Okay, we'll just go. It's on. We're recording. Hey folks, Prepper Princess. I am sitting with one of my
Muppet friend.
One of my best friends. She's drinking coffee.
She's mad because I won't be serious.
She won't be serious. We can't.
She says it's professional. This is a professional channel. I'm like, oh, and mine's just pig slop.
So if you enjoy saving money, homemaking, homesteading, go ahead and check out She's Drinking Coffee. In the meantime, we're just gonna sit here and be normal.
If you want professional.
If you want.
Okay, let's talk about dehydrated food. Okay, I'm going to be serious. What we were talking about, for only
serious. Okay, the migration. We're talking about migration from the cities to the burbs, and then people who are in the burbs to the urban. The people who are in urban go to the middle of nowhere. So you were talking about people who are in the city, like San Francisco, New York, and they're like, we're gonna go out on our own and we're gonna buy 35, 40, 50 acres and we're just gonna make it work.
We're gonna run from the COVID.
We're gonna run from the COVID.
We're gonna buy 50 acres in Montana and we are gonna become cattle farmers, even though we've spent the last so many years riding the BART and living in a tiny apartment.
But we read 2 books about it. So
we got a ton of books from the library.
Yeah, I saw some YouTube videos.
You got this.
Yeah. All I need to do is get a horse and get on the horse.
And one of those dogs that chases a cattle around.
Yeah, the little sheepdogs. I mean, we've got a pug right now, but we're just going to upgrade to a collie. We're going to be fine. This is going to work.
The pug will take care of the chickens.
We don't have to worry about feeding our livestock or making a living or,
Or the fact that sometimes a wild bull might gore you during mating season.
Bisons and stuff like that. Anyway, so unexperienced people are making huge leaps and bounds out of desperation, and they're moving, and they should not be doing that. You are from the middle of nowhere.
Oh my God, I've lived off-grid in the boonies many, many times. Not totally off-grid. One time off-grid.
You had a generator.
Well,
and a wood stove.
That was the last time. When my mother passed away, I lived in a cabin in the mountains, surrounded by crazy pot farmers, and it was when it was illegal, so there was a lot of fight. I look over there because I thought the camera.
The camera's that little dot.
And crazy, and I had nothing but a spring for water, and a 200-gallon water tank, and a stove for wood heat, and a generator. And that's absolutely, so I've lived like that. And before that, when I was a child, we grew up in the mountains, and we had a garden for food, we had chickens. We had donkeys.
And it wasn't easy, right?
No, we only had a little market, so we had to
no car.
Well, we had a car. We had an old truck, but that's good. That would have made a good story. Yeah, we had to walk to town. But no, we had an old truck.
Okay.
But that's what my mother did. She moved us from the city to the country where there was nothing. There were 65 kids in my whole high school. Like from 6th grade to 12th grade.
So you knew everyone's name.
It was like ding 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 ding. It truly
deliverance.
Yes. So, and it was hard on her. It was really hard. She was an attorney who lived in the city, and we moved up to the country, and all of a sudden, all we had was like a gas station and a market, and we had to grow food. We had to have chickens. She had to learn how to kill chickens.
But you never went hungry.
No.
So she had at least she had it together where she grew chickens and slaughtered the chickens for you to eat.
Well, yeah, and she figured it out, and she did a lot of, she also was a nurse, so she did some nursing, and then she grew pot too
to make money. You do what you have to do.
She started growing pot because that's what everyone did, and that's how we survived. But a lot of these people are freaking out because of what's going on, and they're leaving the city and they're coming in the country. And my suggestion is move to a smaller town, but live in town. Like we live in town. Prepper Princess and I both live in an area where you can walk everywhere.
Not the same area, but
no,
yeah,
very different.
Yeah,
I'm very expensive area.
I'm very cheap.
Yes, but I purposely moved us, we have a 1/4 acre. You would not believe what you can do with a 1/4 acre. You can have chickens, geese, You could have a goat or two, and they would have plenty.
There's also, at this point, technology is always advancing. We've got hydroponic systems. I have a 3-foot by 3-foot hydroponic system where I can grow 108 plants in 3 feet.
Oh, wow.
You've got the square foot gardening method.
Right.
You've got, rain barrels collecting rainwater, so you don't have to use the water if you have expensive water and your municipality is super expensive.
We have very expensive water.
Right, and you always want to get organic, non-GMO seeds, because if you buy seeds in the store and they're not non-GMO organic, what happens is they will produce one time and then the seeds are not viable. You can't use them. So you grow a tomato, you cut a tomato open and you see all those seeds, right? So if you get GMO, those seeds won't do anything. They'll grow what's called Knight's tomato. It's a night word, but
not nightshade.
Nightshade. They grow little black things that look like black peas, and they're not edible. They're actually poisonous.
That's scary.
It is scary. They smell like tomatoes, but you can't eat them.
That's kind of scary that you grow a plant and the seeds from that plant don't grow anything.
They grow poisonous. They grow something poisonous and toxic.
God, that's
so
crazy.
you want to get GMO so you can cut your tomato in half and you can take those seeds out and you can use those seeds to grow more tomatoes later.
Right. Organic means non-GMO. Organic means no pesticides, no GMO.
Right.
If you just get no GMO, you still get pesticides, you still can get chemicals. So get organic everything, and so you can save your seeds. Learn how to save your seeds. And if you move somewhere, even if you have just a big backyard, move somewhere that has no lower, if you can. I know this is not for everyone. Yeah, not everyone has this choice, but if you can, try to move to a zone that's lower than zone 8. Because zone 8 and up, you can grow so many fruits and nuts and berries, and you have a long growing season.
And you don't want to be at too high of an elevation because that impacts what you can grow. You can only grow leafy greens in high elevations. Another thing is that, go ahead.
No, what? Oh, did you lose your train of thought?
I did.
Okay, so when you're first moving somewhere, even if you only have a 5,000 square foot yard, some of you also are on my channel and you know that we lived in town before this place and we just had a 5,000 square foot yard. Oh, and the Darvis family. The Darvis family. Darvis, is that how you say it?
Yeah, I don't know how you say it. Darvis?
I'll go with
They're amazing.
Yeah, 4,000 square feet yard. They have ducks, chickens, goats,
They're
mini
on like
goats.
a 1/10 of an acre. They have what I have.
4,000 square feet.
They're way better at it than I am.
And they grow enough food to feed themselves. Of course, they still have to get like rice flour, that kind of thing. And then they sell I think they make like 20,000, or they used to.
That's how they make their living. They
used to make 20,000 a year selling to organic restaurants.
Yeah, and when you've got no mortgage, your house is paid off.
They're in LA.
They're in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But once your mortgage is paid off and you have no debt, 20,000, not hard to live off of.
Exactly.
Even for a family of 4, they were 4. Yeah, the dad, 2 daughters, and a son.
Yes.
Yeah, so even for a family of 4. I did remember what I was going to say earlier, and that is if you are considering going off grid and you live in the city, first try it where you are. So try getting a wood stove. Try chopping your own firewood, even if you live in
container gardening.
Bake
your own bread.
Hydroponics. Yeah, if you are there, start where you're at and start small. I'm still working on it. I'm working on insulation, insulating my water heater, insulating my outside walls, using less electricity, installing a wood stove. I'm doing it piece by piece, little by little, to see if it's a slow adjustment for me, because I do want to eventually go completely off grid.
Right.
Eventually.
And you have to start slow or you will lose your mind.
Yeah.
And it'll freak you out. It should be playful and fun. Don't get caught up in the fear-mongering that's going on right now. Don't do it. You got lots of time. Play with it. Have fun with it. Explore. Expect to fail a lot and be grateful for every fail, because every fail mistake, you'll learn like 2, 3, 5 things from it. I hate to make mistakes, but then I always learn so much.
It's the best way to learn.
So every year gets easier and easier and easier.
Yeah. All right, well, that's all we've got to do today, but I wanted to bring, that's all we needed, but wanted to bring you guys over, do a shout out to She's drinking coffee now.
Yes.
Yeah. She's drinking coffee.
I used to be Coffee with Kate.
She used to be Coffee with Kate. She used to be Life at Home with Taoist Style.
Oh, God, stop.
She used to be Dirt Floor.
Stop. It's going to make me look
Anyway,
crazy.
she's not crazy, I promise. And we do have a good time. So, She's Drinking Coffee is a good friend of mine. So go over, subscribe, watch her videos if you like the homesteading, homemaking, kids running around, lots of dogs, lots of love. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.